it's Becca. Today we're going to be talking about a beachy wave long bob tutorial. So if you're wondering how I got this look, just keep watching. Okay, so I just got out of the shower and it's still pretty wet. I did my makeup so it's dried just a little bit. So what I usually do is I go in with my Frizzies, and this has the argan oil in it. So I'm just going to apply a little tiny bit. Here's my finger. I just do a little bit. I'm just going to rub it together, and I'm just going to apply it to the ends of my hair. I don't want to apply it anywhere towards my roots because you know, I don't want it to get oily or anything because I have very oily hair, face, all that. I am not anywhere dry, face, anything like that. So I've applied it to my roots. To my the ends, and then I'm going to take my Kendra blow dry spray, and I'm going to just spray it around. It smells awesome. Like it's really good, and this is just going to protect my hair from the blow dry, the heat later whenever I curl it, and also it's going to speed up my blow dry time, which is good. And then I'm also going to apply another Kendra product because I love Kendra so much. This is just a texturizing mist, and you need to be careful with this too because the first ingredient is water, so it's good to apply it now because my hair's wet and damp, but later on if you want to apply it like as a finishing touch, like a sea salt spray, you need to sort of be careful because it's going to make your hair, you know, damp a little bit because the first ingredient is water. So if you ever look at sea salt spray or texturizing spray, I would just double check and look at the ingredients and make sure that the first ingredient isn't water. And if it isn't, then you're good to go. So I'm just going to spritz this, and this is awesome. I love this with this new hairstyle and my new haircut because it gives me texture, because my hair, like I said earlier in my blog, it's very thin and fine, and I need some texture. I need something to be able for the curl to like hold on to and to stay all day. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to blow dry my hair, and I'll come back. Okay, so I just blow dried my hair, and I wanted to make sure I said this too. I always use like a big bristled brush whenever I blow dry, you know, just to help, you know, get it like as much volume as I can because my hair is very fine. So what I like to do is I like to blow dry it all, and at the very end I like to take like sections on the front, and I'll take it and I'll use this big bristle brush, and I'll just blow dry it here, and I'll pull it out, and then I'll go all the way down at the top of my head, and then that just helps just make it like more voluptuous and have more volume. So next I'm going to start the curling process. So what I'm going to use today is a Bombay, this is a Bombay collection curling wand, and this is a 1-inch, and I have one bigger, a 2-inch one, and it works good, but for today I just want to use this one. It actually came in a package, these two together. There's like this one and one a little bit bigger, and that was really cool. And then Bombay always does like specials, so if you follow their Instagram, sometimes they'll be like, okay, well this curling set is today $100, so that's really cool. I also use the ones that you could, like the Remington ones that you can just get at Walmart, and those are just as good. So if you don't really want to spend the money, then you know that's always another option, because I always like to know the cheaper option too. And also, if you've never used a wet brush before, they are really awesome, especially like the bristles are really flexible, so if you're wanting to brush out your hair whenever it's really tangly, or if you've teased your hair a lot, then you can go in and use this brush, and it helps out a lot. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to brush out my hair again, and I'm going to section it off. Now the thing about doing this style is I'm going to do more of like a beachy wave. So like I know the few times that I've started doing it, it's like, just not even looking right. But at the end, like bear with yourself. Like it's going to look good at the end because the whole thing is to be messy. So just don't freak out if it's not like perfect, because I'm a huge perfectionist. So I hate whenever it's like I'm afraid that it's not looking right. So I'm just going to section it off. I'm just going to have like maybe like a 1-inch section at the very bottom. And then I'm going to clip up all the other hair with just like a duck clip. And I actually got these clips from Dollar General. So, you know, you don't have to be like super fancy about it. So, again, I'm going to go in with Kendra. This is a working spray. And it's a flexible hold hairspray. So for you people like me, again, that don't have thick hair and it's very fine and can be weighed down really easily, it's really important, like if your curls aren't staying because you have a really strong holding hairspray, try a flexible hairspray. I also have one from Suave, and that one was like $3 maybe from Walmart or a drugstore. Grab that one, but try a more like flexible holding spray, or like this one's called a working spray, because it's just good for me, because if I have anything weighing down my hair, it's not going to hold. So I liked something more like this, plus I like Kendra, and this smells really good. Okay, so I'm just going to spray. Now this is just going to be just sort of like a kink whenever you do it, but the goal to do this is to make sure that a little bit of your hair at the very end is not being wrapped around the whole way. You want it out so it's more like beachy looking. So we're just going to take a little section, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it behind my head and point it down. Okay, it's really important. You don't want to point it this way because it's not gonna, well, it works best, I've always felt, if you turn it down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just wrap it around, and do you see how I twisted my hand? That's important. And I'm going to hold a section out. I'm just going to hold it for a few seconds, and then I'm going to let it go. Now, do not touch it. Just leave it alone and then go to your next section. Okay? So for this one, we're going to go the opposite way. So this time we just did hair facing forward. Now we're going to go from the back. So I'm going to put it this way, and I'm going to turn it this way. Okay? And yeah, you see like hair sticking out, that's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's all good. And then you're just going to let it go. And let it cool. Because if you pull it out too soon, then it's not going to be able to hold your hairstyle. It's just going to fall. We want it to cool in the curl that we just curled it in, okay? So I'm just going to curl the rest of my hair doing that same thing. And then whenever I get to the top, I'll sort of explain how I do the top. To the top of my hair, and today you can see that it looks like Shirley Temple or something, but no, I haven't touched them. I hope that you're not touching them. It's just for the better, because they need to cool that way. Okay, so I'm going to do a middle part today. So I'm just going to do one side, then do the other. And you can tell throughout the video, my hair's so slick. Even these clips sometimes can't even hold my hair. So that's what I have to deal with all the time. So I'm just going to brush it out, and then I'm going to hairspray. And I don't know if you could see throughout the video, but after I hairspray, I like to go back and run through it again, because sometimes if you don't, it can be really like crunchy looking, and we don't want crunchy. We want it to look like you woke up like this. Okay? So I'm just going to take a little bit at the top of my hair, probably about 1.5 inches, and I'm going to take it, and I'm just going to point it down again, and I'm just going to curl away from my face, leaving just a little bit out. There's a cord right in front of my face, but that's okay. I'm just going to hold it. Sometimes I like to twist the ends just to keep it together. I don't know if it works or not, but it just feels good just to do it. So I did it away from my face. Now the next section needs to go towards my face. So I'm just going to do another section. So pointing it up, going towards my face. And I like to do it pretty high because I like the curl at the very top too. I think it makes it more voluptuous, but it's all your choice. Remember, however you want your curls to look, it doesn't have to look perfect. So there's that. And then my last curl is going to go backwards because that's what's next. See again, there, I haven't even touched them. My gosh, my hair looks so much healthier than it did. It's actually shiny. It's crazy what color can do to your hair. So then I'm just going to let it go. Okay. Then I have my other side. Brush it out. I'm going to hairspray. Thank you, Kendra. Brush through again. Take the first section. Curl away from my face. I don't mind when the curls are towards your face, but I feel like it won't, like it stays out of your face more as it's in my face right now, but whenever it's curled away. That's just my personal preference on that. So okay. I'm going to curl towards my face. And really this one thing isn't as hard as people make it out to be. Just play with it. Like just one day just say, you know what? I'm gonna do this. And really whenever I was talking about turning your hand, it's more natural than you think. If you don't think about it and just do it, then it works pretty good. It's a whole different curl if you don't turn your hand, if you lay your hand straight. We can talk about that later. Okay, I'm looking real good right now. Oh yes, I'm ready. Okay, so I'm just going to let this, I'm not even going to touch it. I'm just going to let it cool for a little bit. And then we'll come back and we'll mess with it and then we'll be done. We'll tease it a little bit, then we'll be done. Okay, so I've let it cool for about, I don't know, a minute or two. So I'm going to go back and just use my fingers and just get in there and just push it out with my hands. And I'm just going to separate the pieces and, you know, like mess it up a little bit. And get the bottoms. I'm not really going to go in with a brush. I just want it to look more natural. So then I'm going to go in and just tease it a little bit. I always like to tease. So I just have my little teasing brush. This is just a Goody style teasing brush, and this comes with a comb also. So I thought it was a pretty good deal. I think I got it at Target. So I'm just going to take the top at my crown. And what I've noticed, the smaller sections that you do, the better. Just for my hair, it's worked better. I don't know about other people's hair, but I know that's worked. If I do too much, I'm not getting in, you know, close to where I want. So I'm just going to back comb. Then, here's a little trick. Take my hairspray, spray it a little bit, and then I'm just going to use the hairspray. And so it's looking pretty good. Okay, so I'm going to do another section. Gonna back comb. probably do it one more time back on the back of my head. This looks real good. Back comb, hairspray, and wrap around the can and let go. So I did that part. And then I'm going to sort of do the sides just a little bit. And I'm not going for like huge Texas hair. It will calm down, I promise. I'm not all into that. I just like to have a little bit. Because my hair's so fine, if I don't do anything, then it will just stick to my head. Like, I don't have any volume naturally, so I have to do something. People with coarse hair can get away with a lot more than people with fine hair. So, just taking a little bit on the sides and back combing, spraying, letting the can mold it, and letting go. Okay, so I've teased. So I'm just gonna go and sort of run my fingers through, and then just sort of, see, it's not too bad. So this is your final look. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you on the next video. Bye!